There were a couple, yes, recording, thank you. I should have said that. And I think also just to note everybody, Maria, you're being our guinea pig. I promise you we'll spend an extra session with you because you're so nice to try this for us. In the future, JPAC team, I think one thing that would be really helpful too is just for me to get a copy of your music so that I can sort of notate things here. So everybody, not today, obviously, but for next week, just if you can send like a sheet music, a page or something like that, that will be helpful. But I could tell, like, I'm thinking of the phrase that you did that was like, died, it's easy. Do you know the one I'm talking about? Because I just wrote down the words. You really held on to that and then went into the other phrase, and you did that several times successfully, beautifully. And that, you know, that has to do with breathing control. So did you at any point in those long phrases feel that you were running out of air?
No.
Right.
But that's interesting that you said that, Carla, because I do think that one of my weaknesses is actually breathing, because I used to have symptoms of asthma when I was a little kid, and that's why I find that I have short breaths when it comes to singing, shorter than a lot of people that I know. So
no, look, I have asthma too. In fact, right before the session, I took my inhaler because I still have to, you know, anytime, every day. I understand that. And so I want you to actually feel that your breathing is a strength, and we'll do a few breathing exercises, but you did it really beautifully with the carrying through. The second thing that was extremely obvious to me was how wonderful your vibrato is built in. And I also saw that on the comments. I think your colleagues agreed with that. And I had heard the vibrato in the low as well as in the higher range. So talk to me about that. Do you feel confident in your vibrato?
yes, that is vibrato is for me something that it's always come naturally. And I never learned actually to kind of like have techniques to have it in my voice when I sing. So I do feel like that it comes out naturally for me.
And that's fantastic. So if I were just to ask you, Maria, what do you feel is your range? Do you have a sense of like, where do you feel most comfortable? Is it in your head voice? Is it in your lower range?
So I'm a mezzo soprano, so it's I can go very low and I can also go high, but that's the techniques that I don't have is like the moving from the chest voice to head voice. So I would usually be like whoop, whoop, to the head voice.
And when you vocalize, thank you for just answering all these questions for me. So this is another really key thing. When you are warming up, do you have a set of warm-ups that you do every day?
Not really. Maybe just humming before I start singing. Just humming. But then yesterday through the session, I did the Trill exercises today also a little bit and repeated what you taught us yesterday. So that was very helpful, Carla.
Okay, because I definitely think that, especially if those registers are challenging for you, which I don't hear it, but I think that we'll work on some warm-ups that can help you. Before we go to that though, and just because the mic cut out, would you be willing to sing a little bit of the Mary Poppins?
Yes, okay.
Great.
Do you ever lie awake at night, just between the dark and the morning light, searching for the things you used to know, looking for the place where the lost things go? Do you ever dream or reminisce, wondering where to find what you truly miss? Or maybe all the things that you love so are hiding in the place where the lost things go. Memories you've shared, gone for good you feared, they're all around you still, though they've disappeared. Nothing's really left or lost without a trace. Nothing's gone forever, only out of place. Maybe now the dish. Okay.
No, it's beautiful. Thank you. Because now I could hear your upper range a little bit more. You should take a moment to read the chat also. I think everybody really loves your voice as much as I do. No, it's absolutely, it's a really, really beautiful instrument and such great core to the sound. Maria, gosh, we have like no time left. So
I know.
no, this is gonna go very quickly,
Yes.
but my recommendation would be, first of all, the breathing exercises that we've talked about in the session yesterday, the hissing. So practice this hissing with the timer, just to be able to elongate. And I really would encourage you to go for the smallest amount of air on the hiss. So like barely any air, so that you really understand where that fine line is of like using the least amount of air. I think that is going to be a great breathing exercise for you. The other thing I'm really curious to try with you, and before I move to this, sorry, I'm taking a lot of notes here. The breathing, the consonants, you use your consonants very well. And when you were talking about expression and how to be, telling the story and be expressive, I think you're doing that really beautifully in the use of your consonants. And in like, I am noticing your final consonants. You also sometimes are humming on the end. I think you did it at one point in the first song. So yes. And you can do more with that. There's a lot that you can do just in terms of putting in the emotion into the consonants rather than trying to push your voice. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Okay.
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah. So now what I would say is, like, you have a very good grounding on your middle ground. I think this song, you're more or less at B natural, below middle C. If I use terms about piano references and notes, are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So what I'm going to recommend for you is to do things where you're popping from your chest voice to your head voice and back. And I'm going to try to demonstrate, although I truly apologize, it's a bit early for me, but let's go down even to like a G below middle C.
Okay.
And I would do something like, actually first let's do it on a hum. So you're going down to that low note, humming, and it should really resonate in your chest. And then portamento up. I don't know if you can even hear it on the Zoom, but yeah. Can you try that for me? Right. So you have to use the portamento to flip into your head voice.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try it just as an experiment the other way. Just top down. Can you try that for me? I couldn't hear the top note, and
I think it's the mic, Carla, because yesterday also, when it reaches a certain pitch,
I think that might be it. So you judge yourself, but essentially it really should be like, find the top note in a light voice, super light, just the way that I want it really light. Same thing. And you can also practice the chewing, which I think is really good for humming. Can you try that for me?
Yeah. Could you hear the high note?
No, I couldn't. But I think it might be a mic issue.
Yeah.
So let's try now going top, bottom, top. So you're up, down, up.
Okay.
Do you find it harder to go back up?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So that's one way that I want you to practice it. Now let's practice the original way. I don't know if you're making the sound, I can't hear it all. But okay, so I want you, the humming, the reason for the hum is it's just about your natural resonance and your natural placement.
Yes.
And the reason I'm having you sort of move your articulators is so everything stays loose, so that you're not holding any tension.
Yes.
Now let's just try it. We can try it like on an oo vowel or an ah, whatever you feel comfortable with. Something like ah, ooh, ah. Excellent. Excellent. That's really good. So do you hear how at the bottom you have a very natural vibrato?
Yes.
And then you flip up to your head voice and then you're flipping back down. You hear that?
Yes. Yes.
Great. So what I want you to do is when you're doing the portamento up and portamento down, go slowly so that you can be aware of that transition. Oh, I feel exactly where it wants to pop or where it wants to switch, and I just let it switch.
Okay.
I just let it switch. Like, don't try to control anything. Try it one more time for me. Yeah. Yeah. Do you hear that? So you're really naturally good at flipping. I think the thing is, it's always a little scary for singers when we're singing like in our chest to let it flip.
Yes.
This flip or this turn, sometimes it's called a turn, is a totally natural thing for your voice to do. But we as singers have to like trust our voice that it's going to do the turn, right?
That's true. Yes.
So definitely practice this on an octave. And now let's just try it for fun the other way. Ooh, ooh. So head voice, chest voice, head voice. Can you just try that one for me? Yeah. So when you're going back up, it's always a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Try for me also. This is a sort of second version of this exercise. We're going to do it fast. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm losing you on the top with the mic, but do you understand the idea?
Yes.
It's just to shift through those registers fairly quickly. And then of course you can take it up a half step. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And just keep going up and down in the range so that you're more comfortable. Can you try a half step up for me? I can tell you're doing it. The mic isn't fully picking it up.
Yeah.
So let's try also from the bottom up.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah, beautiful. That is so beautiful. Your tone is really good. So I want you to practice these exercises slowly as well as quickly to just gain some trust as you're doing it. In general, and this goes for all of the ladies, in general, chest voice is going to be easier on an open vowel like ah or o, but I would stick to ah for the low notes. And then the top note, try oo, because oo is naturally more of a head tone vowel.
That's true. Yes.
So it's just a little bit easier when you're doing those transitions. If you struggle, I just want to give you an option. You can also do 5 notes. Let's go. So instead of an octave, you're going a fifth. Can you try that for me? Yeah, it's a little bit easier, isn't it?
Yes.
Just a little, because you're not going the full distance of an
That's
octave.
Yeah.
So I want you to try both of those exercises, because I mean, your vibrato is gorgeous and you have a very strong technique. I think this is gonna make you feel more confident with the air and doing it longer, and B, it's gonna just help you feel more comfortable in the register negotiation of those changes. Yeah.
Yes. This is so helpful. Thank you so much, Carla.
No, thank you. I'm so sorry that I don't have more time, but we'll do it again. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Round of applause.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. And let's see, next we have Antya Cinyta. Is that right? Antya.
Yes. Hi, Carla.
Hi, how are you? It's great to see you here. Yeah.
Nice to see you too.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to hear you. So tell me, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, it's Antya.
Antya. And you've been also singing for more than 10 years.
Yes. We're actually twins and Maria is beside me right now.
You're twins.
Yes, we're twins.
Why aren't you guys singing together? You should totally sing together.
We didn't know we could do that.
I mean, yeah, you should, like, that's incredible. Okay, wow. I have so many ideas. I've never worked with twins before. I thought the background was similar and I thought you looked similar, but your hair is a little bit pulled back. So, okay. And you both play the violin.
Yes,
now, tell me a little bit about your experience singing. Why do you like singing? What draws you to singing?
It's almost, we have actually similar answers. I also love the storytelling part of singing. I love, and that's the thing. My problem is also the technique for the storytelling. Sometimes, the technique doesn't catch up with the storytelling part. And we've watched musicals from when we were little, and it's been inspiring us to do theater works, to sing musical songs, actually, because we tell others stories, and for us that's amazing. It's like reading a book or watching a movie, to really dive into the life of
another world, right?
Yes.
And do you have a favorite? Is there a favorite musical that you like?
It changes over time. There was a time when I really loved Rent, for instance, when
I saw that on here. Yeah. So what have you prepared to sing today? What have you brought in?
I've prepared always starting over from If Then.
I'm sorry?
Always starting over.
Oh, it's the name of the song. I thought you
Yes.
I thought you were asking if we're starting over. Okay. No.
Yeah, the name of the song is Always Starting Over.
Okay, are we starting over? Yeah.
Yes, that's the name of the song.
Okay.
Actually, sorry.
No.
Excited.
Why don't we do this? Also, like with Maria, will you tell me your name? Tell me the name of the song. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on in that scene, or like in this moment, my character is singing to, so on. Just one sentence, if you can set it up a little bit, and then start the song.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Antya. I will be singing Always Starting Over from If Then, the musical. In this song, my character is singing about about her late husband, actually singing to her late husband. Yes. Remembering how they met, and wondering how her life would be without him, and also finding the courage to start over even after his death.
That's great. Thank you.
In my life, I never thought I'd get a second chance. I thought I was done, then I met you. Though I never dreamed I could learn how to love again, I placed my bet and you came through. I somehow still lost, I somehow always do. This time feels new. Thank you for finding me and thank you for the care. Sorry. Let me start that again. Thank you for finding me and thank you for the care. Screw you for making me think that this life might be fair. You promised to love me, a promise you kept, and I won't be sorry that you said to leap and I left. I won't regret what I did then, though it hurts me. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. This is great. This is great because I've gotten a sense of your voice. Round of applause. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. And I'm also just floored by your vibrato. Okay, so the same question is for Maria. Tell me one thing that you liked about that performance and tell me one thing you would like to do differently or better.
What I liked was the introduction, actually.
The intro was great. It was very good.
Conveyed the story quite efficiently, I think. But I really, really didn't think that I would forget the lyrics that quickly. And I think I blacked out. I think I was nervous.
No, I mean, you have no reason to be nervous. The tone is beautiful. So in my opinion, first of all, you guys are going first and it's really hard to go first. So I appreciate the courage that it takes to do that. And secondly, to sing a cappella like this, it's very, very hard. I know how difficult it is, what I'm asking you to do, but let's sort of dissect this. Let's work through it. First of all, also like your sister, I mean, both of you have an amazing vibrato, really beautifully developed vibrato. Is that something that you've developed or that you just had naturally? How do you feel with your connection to your vibrato?
That is a very good question because when I started singing and long after that, I felt like I can't develop vibrato. I didn't have any vibrato. And I was very comfortable with jazzy songs because sometimes it doesn't require vibrato as much as like singing musicals, for instance. And I'm not aware of how that happened. And I'm not even aware now.
Very interesting. No, and I'm curious also, forgive me for asking you guys this together. Do you sing together?
We do. We love singing together because my register is lower than hers.
Lower, yes. Will you guys please do a duet before this okay. The triple thread is over? We need to hear duets. I mean, I'm seeing it in the chat. We need a duet from both of you.
Okay.
What duets do you sing? Like, are there any that we would know?
We could try a cappella Eyes on the Sparrow from Sister Act.
Can we hear a little bit? Would that be okay? Yes. I'm just very curious how you do with your voices together.
Okay.
Even if it's just like 5 bars, I just want to hear what happens when you sing together.
Okay, maybe it starts with you.
Jesus. Okay. When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches over me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches
I know he watches.
I know he watches me.
I sing because I'm happy. Sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches over me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches.
I know
He watches me.
Yes. Oh, it's so good.
Thank you.
Wow.
I hope
didn't
there was
think
no
of that.
delay.
Wow. Yeah. I am blown away.
Thank you,
You
Carla.
you guys need to sing together. I mean, you're beautiful soloists. Don't get me wrong, but there is something so unique about hearing the way your voices complement each other, and the vibratos. And I mean, it's just gorgeous. I don't know, JPAC, don't hate me for combining the two here. And certainly in this triple threat, I'm more than happy to work with you separately. But you have something very special together, really very special. And I mean, there's so many duets that you could be doing. I think one thing that I'm noticing, Antya and Maria, is when you sing together, I think you probably feel a certain confidence or comfort there, because I can see it. You can close your eyes and you just know, like instinctively, intuitively, what your sister is going to do. And that confidence, that is the confidence that you want to cultivate, right? So yeah, everyone in the chat's like, do you have a YouTube channel? I mean, there's so many things. I would basically say exactly the same as what I said to Maria, to Antya. Antya, you have a very developed low register, beautiful low register. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And I think in your case, Maria, you have a very natural top register. So when you're doing duets, I'm going to encourage you to actually flip parts every once in a while.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you might not think of, because you might think, oh, well, Antya is better on the bottom or whatever, but you should sing it this way and then flip and go back and forth, because I think that's going to help you to get more comfortable. And obviously you complement each other. So I think you've stayed in your zones.
Yeah.
Like, now it makes sense to me. But the more that you can flip around, I don't know how you would feel about doing more, either sacred music or even classical music, but you both have the kind of vibrato that could lend itself to some classical music. And I think it would be really great for you to explore that if you're interested in it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I will. Let me think about a few duets in particular. I mean, you could take any songs. It could be something like Somewhere Over the Rainbow, these songs that have a lot of line. But I would love to see you both doing top and both doing bottom. And what's interesting also is you have different colors. So we've talked a lot about what you have similarly. What do you feel you have differently, aside from maybe where you feel more comfortable with your range?
Okay. I feel like, okay, maybe this is, let me just say it. Maria has a more naturally expressive voice than I do. I think my voice is more like like a church music voice. I don't know if you get what I mean, but very maybe because I sang a lot of jazz. When I hear her sing, the character, the story comes through. And when I hear
I'm
myself,
going to stop you. I'm going to stop
Okay.
you. I don't believe that. I don't believe that narrative at all. No, I think that you have different timbres. I think you have different colors. So what I think that you're thinking of, Antya, as vibrato or no vibrato, is actually you just have a different sort of a darker, deeper character to your voice. And I think that Maria has maybe a brighter, slightly more ingenue kind of a color to her voice. So this is the thing, is when you have a sister or you can sing with someone so similarly, you're bound to compare yourself to them, which has its advantages, because obviously the most beautiful advantage is that you are able to sing together and, you know, do this unbelievable magic that you can do together. But a disadvantage is also that you might compare yourself to them. So this is, remember when we did the SWOT analysis, of the strengths and the weaknesses, right? So I encourage you, think about that for both of you. You certainly, without question, have something magical when you do it together. It's stunning, but you don't want that to become the only thing that, you know, you don't want that to hinder you from growing as an individual artist, because the more you grow individually, the better your combined duets are going to be. So one thing I would be curious, Antya, is to hear you in jazz. I'd love to hear the way that you feel, maybe for the next time, is like, if you can prepare something like that. But I'm also getting this question in the chat: how do you stretch your range above and below the current ranges? So generally speaking, let's talk about this. For women, generally speaking, there's going to be a range that you feel comfortable in. However, if you were to really train your voice athletically in a classical way, which is what I'm here to help everybody do. And what I mean by that is, it's like, I keep saying it's a muscle. And so if you train it classically, it's like strengthening that muscle in the safest way possible to be able to expand the whole range and strengthen the voice, right? So more or less, women should have the ability to sing. If you find middle C on the piano, most women will be able to at least touch the notes down to A or G below middle C, and then go up 2 octaves from there, right? So most women have this 2 octave range. Now, the question is, how much of that do you use comfortably? Some women prefer to stay in the middle C area, which is a little bit lower, like a mezzo, and other women feel much more comfortable at the top. We can always expand on these parts of our range. And the first sort of, I'm going to give you guys a few exercises for this. So the first way to just feel your range out, and I'll step away from the mic because I think I might have the same issue, is just doing some sirens. I'm sure everybody has done this. It's, again, not for a beautiful sound or a specific kind of vibrato. It's just, ooh, right? That's just like a basic siren. You've probably both done that, right?
Yeah.
So let's just try doing that. And what I want to invite everyone, you guys can do it with your muted mics, and Maria and Antya can do it here. But I want to invite you to go as low as you can and as high as you can. And before we even do it on an ooh, let's try it on a lip trill. So. Can you hear my lip trill okay through the mic?
Not really, not the pitch, Carla. Not the note that you were
okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out something with this. But the idea is just go from as low as you can to as high as you can.
Okay.
Can you hear it a little better? Try it. Oh, okay. So lip trills are hard for you guys.
For me,
I did
Maria
it.
just did it beautifully.
Well, okay. Can you do the rolled R that we practiced yesterday? Is that easier for you?
Yes, yes.
So you try rolled R, and then Maria, you try lip trill. And just really I want you to move through the range. Just up and down, very easy.
Okay.
Oh, continue.
No, it's okay. I think the sound is popping in and out, maybe because of the Zoom. So this is one of the homework exercises I want you to do. And what it's about is just become comfortable with understanding where your whole range is. And secondly, go to a piano and just say, oh, okay, I'm starting more or less on that low G. And so like, exactly where is this range on the piano? Yeah. Now let's try opening it to ooh. Ooh, or however you want to do it. Just, I want to hear it now with a little bit of an ooh vowel. Can you try that?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, it's interesting with the Zoom, it just pops out at a certain moment, but I can tell you're still doing it. This is great. This is really, really good. So this is an exercise to expand range, to understand range. Now I'm going to give you another exercise, which is a little bit weird. Can you do for me on an NG vowel? So you're going to take your tongue and you're going to use the back of your tongue to cover your throat. Like, so it's like you were saying nga, nga, like nga.
Oh yes, yeah.
Nga, nga, nga. You feel the back of your tongue is the one that's popping down, right? So I could even hold my jaw still. Nga, 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 nga. Can you guys see it with me?
Yes.
Nga, nga, nga. So I want you to take that and I want you to try. First, we're going to try something like nga, 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 nga. I just want you to feel the buzzing on the end. Let's try here. Nga, 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 nga. So you should feel this. Good, very good. Now, Maria, you're moving your jaw. Try just to keep your jaw where it is and have your tongue do the work. And that's pure head voice, right? Let's try going up here. And you should really feel the tongue coming out. You could also try for me on ka. Ka, 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 ka. That will pop your tongue out easier. Right. Right. So the idea is that you start with the tongue up and then the tongue comes down. Do you understand that movement?
Yes.
Okay.
You can even just practice this move in the mirror. Your tongue is going from up to down to down to down. So eventually I'm going to give you exercises where you're going like, there you go. There you go, Maria. You've got it. So you're basically doing the siren on the with the N up, and then you're popping the tongue out.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's it. That's it. When your tongue is in this lifted position, it's easier for you to access your head tone. And I want you to develop that head tone even more and to feel more comfortable in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a little bit of a tip on how to do that.
Wow,
Does that make
Carla.
sense?
Yes. Wonderful.
Cool. Very, very cool. So those are just some exercises for now. Next time I see you both, I would love to hear some duets. I'm going to think of some classical duets you could do Antya, I really want to hear you doing some jazz too.
Okay.
But make sure you're flipping the parts when you're
Yes.
doing this.
Okay.
Yeah? You sound so
Carla.
good. We're gonna take a 5-minute duet, a 5-minute break. Everyone, so just take a break, go get some water, have a bathroom break, and then we'll come back at 9 o'clock my time, I think 8 o'clock your time.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. All right. Thank you guys. Great
Thank you
job.
so much, Carla.
Great job. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Is it a long enough break for you? Is it okay? All right. I know that the time goes so quickly. I'm always shocked. So let's see. Now we have Anastasia.
Hello, Carla. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Anastasia. Thank you for being here. So tell us a little bit about yourself. You've been singing for a long time.
Yeah, well, I joined the school choir and the church choir since I was young because my mom was part of the church, and I
Uh-huh.
play guitar and ukulele for now.
Do you ever play and sing at the same time?
Yeah, sometime I also join one of ukulele community here in Jakarta.
Really? That's cool. What are your favorite songs to play?
For the ukulele, I really like to play Olivia Rodrigo.
I'm impressed. That sounds like it would be hard to do on ukulele.
Okay,
So
but
tell me, what songs have you prepared for singing today?
for today, I prepare something ballad. It is "If I Didn't Believe in You" from the last 5 years,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and also Sutton Foster,
Uh-huh.
Gimme from Truly Modern Mile.
Great. Which one would you like to sing?
I feel myself comfortable with the "If I Didn't Believe in You," and I kind of make it lower to my voice because I feel I have alto. I'm not really sure
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Well,
Okay.
let's hear it. Let's see how it goes. So same thing as everybody, just say your name, what you're gonna sing, and maybe a line about like what is happening in the song or in the musical at that moment.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Anastasia Galuh and I'm gonna sing If I Didn't Believe in You from the last 5 years. It portrays the argument between Jamie and Kathy, a couple from a toxic relationship, and this is the Jamie's perspective. He tried to beg for Kathy so she can go to his event. Okay. Now, there are people that are publishing my book. There's a party that they are throwing. And well, you made it very clear that you're not going. I will be going. That's done. Was it really about? Is it really about a party? Kathy, can we please for a minute stop blaming and say what you feel? Is it just that you're disappointed to be going again to Ohio? Did you think this will all be much easier than it's turned out to be? Well, talk to me, Kathy. Talk to me. If I didn't believe in you, we wouldn't be having this far. If I didn't believe in you, and all of 10,000 women you are, if I didn't think you could do anything you'd ever wanna do, if I wasn't certain that you'd come true somehow, the fact of the matter is, Kathy, I wouldn't be standing here now. If I didn't believe in you, we wouldn't be having this fight. If I didn't believe in you, I'd walk out the door and say, Kathy, you're right. But I never could let that go. Knowing the things about you, I know things that I met you 4 years ago. I knew it never took much convincing to make me believe in you. Oh, we got to be happy, Kathy. At some point down the line, no, we got to relax without some new sodas to push me up farther from you. If I'm cheering on your side, Cathy, why can't you support mine? Why do I have to feel I've committed some felony, doing what I always swore I would do? I don't want you to hurt. I don't want you to sink. But you know what I think you'll be fine. Just hang on and see. But don't make me wait till you do to be happy with you, will you? Listen to me. No one will give you courage. No one will thicken your skin. I will not fail so you can be comfortable, Cathy. I will not lose because you can't win. If I didn't believe in you, here where the travel again. If I didn't believe in you, I couldn't have stood before all of our friends and say, this is the life I choose. This is the thing I can bear to lose. Trip us, but we refuse to fall. The fact of the matter is, Cathy, if I hadn't believed in you, I wouldn't have loved you at all. Okay, I think that's it.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. You just took us on a journey. Like, that was really incredible. Your emotional range in that song was just mind-blowing to me. Wow, I am recovering. So tell me, Anastasia, what did you think was one thing you liked about this performance, and what is one thing you would like to do differently or better?
What I like the most about this performance, cause even though I perform at my bathroom, several times, but this time I feel really connected to Jamie. Like, I feel like I'm not supported by the people around me, and it makes me more emotionally attached to this song. And what I think I could improve from this performance, about the storytelling, I guess, because I'm not really sure if I can deliver the emotion that I currently feel to the audience, probably because the language barrier, and it feels like I only read the lyric and then I try to translate and make it relate to me, but because of the language barrier, probably some of the audience cannot feel the emotion that I feel when I sing.
So, okay, wait, I definitely think that we felt the emotion, like, without question. In the chat, what do you guys think? Did we feel the emotion? Because there was a lot of emotion, that for sure. But I kind of want to go back and unpack this a little bit. I mean, first of all, have you ever sung this song for an audience before?
Not yet.
Yeah, and no, this is an audience. Like, that was incredible to sing that for the first time. That's really impressive. And secondly, you had the whole thing memorized. I mean, you know this song. You feel this song. So when I ask you what things did you like first, for me, I'm like, wow, she's got an amazing voice. She's got amazing range. The emotional depth and connection you had to the song was outstanding. You had really, like, the whole thing memorized. You could do it a cappella. Like, these are a lot of qualities where I would say you're ready with this song. In terms of what to improve, I mean, I definitely don't think the emotion would be the thing. I think the emotion's like way high up. Is there anything else that comes to your mind?
High notes, I guess, because usually I don't really hit the high notes like that. It's always end up pitchy, like I feel suffocated.
You hit them beautifully, absolutely beautifully. And we can work on that to give you confidence. But I would say the only thing, and this is a small thing, and I'm not saying it as a criticism, but the only thing I would suggest would be maybe a little bit work on the diction, on the English diction, because the emotion is all there. And much like when I worked with Maria and Antya, and I said, you can actually put more emotion into your consonants and into your diction. I think that in your case, you're putting a lot of the emotion into your acting, which is beautiful. I don't want to take away from that, but I think you could do more in terms of the consonants and in terms of like the words and painting the words. So just as an exercise, it's a very long song, and we don't need to go through the whole thing, but can you just practice speaking the words for me without singing, as if it were a monologue, as if it were like a scene in a movie? Just start. Let's see how that goes.
Okay. There are people, and they are publishing my book, and there's a party that they are throwing. And while you made it very clear that you're not going, I will be going, and that's done.
Okay, so beautiful. Like definitely you have all of that. Where I want to go with this, and this is a great exercise for everybody to do. Normally, if we're doing the words to a song, we tend to do them in the rhythm of the song. So like, I'll take a song everybody knows. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night, right? Instead of like, I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night. Like, what I really want you to do is take the words as though there were no pitches, no rhythms, and just speak them as though it were a monologue. Can you try that for me? I know it's very hard.
Yes. Okay. There are people, and they are publishing my book, and there's a party that they are throwing.
Okay, good. So let's just stop there. There are people, and they're publishing my book. Is that the first line? Something like, there are people, and they're publishing my book, right? So it doesn't even have to be that, because the other thing I want to get at with this, and this speaking exercise will help you, is that this is a long song with a lot of emotion, and you're going through this range of emotion. So as an actor and as a singer, you kind of have to map out. If you're starting from a very big place, then you have to go bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's really hard to build that. Whereas I want to encourage you to sort of start it from a smaller place and build, so that when you get to that maximum place, it's like, wow, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
So the acting exercise is a really good one for everybody to do on their songs. This is definitely something I want to encourage you to do. The other thing is, when you're reading the words, Anastasia, can you give me more consonants? You can go slower with the words, but focus a little bit more on the consonants. So let's just start that exercise one more time, just speaking.
There are people, and they are publishing my book, and there's a party that they are throwing. And while you made it very clear that you're not going, I will be going, and that's done.
Yeah, your emotion is like spot on. It's so good. It's so good. When you're doing the words, one small thing, and look, guys, the singing in English is really hard. I have so much admiration that you can do this. I speak some other languages, and I know for me, it's taken me years to feel that comfortable. There is a book which I will bring to the next session. It's called like something like Singing in English, and it just helps with a lot of basic diction exercises. I'll cover some of this, but one thing I think that's very challenging is the word the, or anything that has th in it, right?
Yes.
So there are people, they are publishing the book, and that's done. You have like 3 of them in a row. There are people, they, that. And it's a funny thing, because if I slow it down, the sound comes from this part of my tongue, they. So I want everyone to just practice this. You should be able to actually voice that. It's a strange thing to sustain it, but can you try to sustain it? Right. It's tricky. I want you to practice that, because if you can master this, you will be a step ahead. And it is very hard. It's like we have consonants that are what is called unvoiced, and we have consonants that are voiced. With Maria, we worked a little bit on the N. N has a pitch. I can do N on here, or I could do N here, right? I can move the pitch of N, but the T, this does not have a pitch. Has a sound, but it doesn't have a pitch, right? So that's what I mean about voiced and unvoiced. N is voiced, there's a pitch. T is unvoiced. When we come to this it actually does have some vibration. So try this for me. This is actually a weird experiment. Anastasia, can you do for me, bite your tongue and just go, very sorry, this is Grizzly's tornado time. You can hear him. There he goes. Oh yeah. So try bite your tongue and actually stick your tongue out. There you go. You're getting it. Now try for me. The. Great. That's very good. That's very, very good. So there, can you actually voice that for me? There.
There. Oh my god. So good.
There.
There.
You're finding it. You're finding it. Guys, this is so hard. It's so, so hard. There's a little bit of a gap if you see me. You see how my teeth are not quite touching my tongue?
Okay.
There are people. They are
There are people. Oh, you do
Oh,
it
it's
wrong.
beautiful. It's so good. Oh my gosh. And this song is really hard because you're starting with this sound, and it's all throughout. So I want to encourage you to just practice the. Exaggerate the movement of the tongue at first, or just so that you get that feeling in your muscle.
Okay. There.
Yeah. So speak it for me one more time. There are people.
There are people.
Yeah. Do you feel how it's a slightly different sound?
Yes, totally different.
Yeah, it's different. And so it's painful, I know, but I want you to go through this song just on the words. Your voice is fantastic, and we'll do some vocal exercises, but just on the words, because the more comfortable you feel with the words, the more that you can put the emotion into the words. And right now you have such emotional range. I want you to incorporate that more into the words. Yeah. Do you have any questions about that part?
No, it's something
Okay.
that I will explore.
The other thing, okay, so now I'm a little bit shifting to the music part. Anastasia, you seem like the perfect candidate to sing some of Olivia Rodrigo. Have you sung any of her songs? Like that emotional range that she has, you have that.
Yeah, some of. I listened to all of her album, the song of on her album.
Because I could really see you doing like pop songs in that way. Are there any other pop songs that you like to do?
Oh, for now I'm only listening to Olivia because it kind of related to me somehow.
So if I can ask you, and I don't want to put you on the spot too much, but you mentioned that you don't have a lot of support with the singing. Is that true? Like from your family or your friends, or how is it?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, when I start getting my first salary, I start to invest to some musical instrument and joining some musical community.
Good for you. And I hope you will feel that this is a community for you also. Like, I think it's a really special group of people. And obviously JPAC, I'm the biggest fan of JPAC, but it's very important. Like when I was growing up, my parents were not supportive of my singing. I think I've said this. Now it's much better, but it took a long time, 30 years. And so I really also had to like pay for, I would buy CDs back then. Now you have Spotify. But I would pay for my lessons and things like that. And it was really hard. And I was often like shy to practice at home, like really shy to practice at home because I didn't want anyone to hear me. So that's the other thing, is like, maybe there's a good place for you to practice, but all of the emotion that you get from those experiences, you are putting in the music. And that is so exciting for someone from the outside to see. So I think a lot of people are also agreeing with me about Olivia Rodrigo. Like, you need to do some Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
I'm also thinking, have you ever like listened to Alanis Morissette?
Yeah, back to junior high school, but right now not really.
Well, because you guys know Alanis did a Broadway musical.
Oh,
Does the group know? Yeah, it just closed, unfortunately, but Diane Paulus was the director and Elizabeth Stanley was the lead. And the recording, I think, is on Spotify, but it was so cool to have her songs set in like a musical theater context. I think that would be right up your alley, Anastasia. Like, definitely check her music out. It's also in kind of a lower range. There's a lot of words. That's why I want to encourage you to like really connect to the words. And by the way, guys, I think we'll get this to you in the WhatsApp, but I did create that Spotify playlist for us to use. Just to like put, like you can drop your songs in there. And I put a song from Jagged Little Pill in there. And I just think, Anastasia, you would own that. Like, that will be your thing, your area. In terms of like how to translate this into the vocals, when you went up beautifully. Like, I would not second guess that. I think that you go up fantastically. Part of the work here is going to be, how do you get the text into your mouth, which are things like so you could practice something like, this is such a basic exercise. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it in the chat here. I change this all the time, but let's try B, D, B. So it's going to be like, can you just speak for me? B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B.
B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B.
Excellent. So you can even also, guys at home, put your fingers here. B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B.
B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B.
Yeah, you're really good. You're really, really good at this. So if we put that on pitch, good. We can slow it down. Good. I'm going a little bit. Beautiful. Your tone is fantastic. And then you take the same thing and start going faster. And here. Here. And then back down here. There you go. That's the exercise, though. I want you to try it on BDB. I want you to try it on Doobie Doo. So beady 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 bee dooby 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 doo. It's hard for me. So you just the whole exercise is to move your articulators. Dooby doo, meeny me, meeny 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 me. It's hard. And you'll feel that your lips, your articulators will start to kind of like not hurt, but like they're muscles that you're not used to using. Yeah, so I want you to do that on BDB, dooby doo, me, me, mini, me,
Mini, oh.
Tita, T is another one.
Tita, ti.
Tita, T, tita, 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 T. It's hard. That one is really hard because your tongue is working. Tita, 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 T. It's, and you can try it slowly at first. Tita, 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 T. Tita, 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 T. Like just get familiar with it so that all of this starts to work faster. And you'll see that it will also help things like the, yeah?
Okay. Tita, 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 ti.
Yeah, you're really quick. Like you're so quick at taking this on. So just a lot of those articulator exercises. And I'm doing right now, guys, a pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is this do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, right? I'm sorry. You could also just, sorry, hold on one second. Grizzly, come here. Grizz.
Bring it on the cam.
Want the cookie? Oh boy, sorry. Come on.
What?
Yeah, here he comes. He's here. Hold on. Grizzly, are you gonna be a good boy? Are you gonna be a good boy? I'm gonna close the door. Yeah, is this, do you want to show them how you do a kiss? Good boy, good boy. This is always the time of day when he's the most like energetic. So sorry, guys. So that, I think that that's a good start for you, Anastasia. You have a lot of emotion. I would just work on those articulators, and I really encourage you to try Alanis Morissette, even like, yeah, I hear you doing a lot of like pop stuff. I'm gonna have to kind of go back, but like all of those ladies that were in like Lilith Fair, which is, I'm dating myself, but that was, if you look up Lilith Fair, there were a lot of females that were singing that there. That was a really interesting time for music. Let me think a little bit if I can give you some other, but it's sort of this idea of like emotionally charged songs, like songs that really have a lot. Oh, you know what else I could hear you doing is the song from Sunset Boulevard. I don't know why I'm frightened. Da, 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 bum. What is the song? Somebody please tell me. Da, 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 ba, da. Yes, As If We Never Said Goodbye. That would be a great song for you. A lot of emotion in that one. That's a great song.
Oh my God. Definitely
Yeah.
will listen to all of this.
Yeah. And, you know, again, like this is a group that knows a lot about these different songs. So, yeah, just like ask the group too, guys. Thanks for putting in suggestions. I'll think a little bit too more of some of these. Pink, if you're gonna go the pop route, Pink could be another artist that I think you could do some really good Pink. But I hear you doing some, yeah, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. That would be great in your voice too. Yeah. So, but keep working on the articulators. I think those will be good exercises for you. Everybody, big round of applause for Anastasia. Thank you so
Very
much.
much. Thank you so much, Carla, for having me.
It was great. Thank you. Yay. Now, next up, we have Natalia Gunawan. I believe that's how you say it. Natalia, hi.
Hi, Carla.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
It's so great to meet you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. You've been also singing for a while.
Yeah, but I think I'm the junior one in this Zoom meeting.
No.
So I feel so insecure.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's start with some exercises then for how do we get ourselves in the mode of singing. Because I have to tell you guys, I've been singing since I was 14. And I'm much older than everyone in this group. I've been singing a very long time and I still get nervous, like terrified nervous. And so then there's really like, how do you manage that? There are a few exercises that I do that really help me. And I will always be the person like also before an audition or before like performance listening to like Rihanna or Beyonce, like trying to get pumped up because we have to have like a good energy. So you don't want to get rid of all of your energy, right? But you also don't want it to be like, oh, I'm nervous. So the thing you have to know, the main thing is that no one else in the whole entire world or the history of the world can sing like Natalia Gunawan can. Okay, your voice is unique to you. Your story is unique to you. Your look is unique to you. And you're not here to be anybody else or to compare yourself to anybody else. You're here to share something of yourself with everybody else. And to me, we're here, of course, to study technique, but the technique does not mean anything without the emotion. Everything is about the emotion and the generosity of saying like, here's who I am, and I want to share this with you. And if I crack, I crack. And if it doesn't sound good, or if it's off pitch, it's off pitch, but it's my honesty. It's my voice, right? And that is like something only you can do. And that's what I have to tell myself every single time I perform 30 years into doing this. Yeah. Does that make sense? I think you're on mute, Natalia. But so just like, let's talk a little bit. How you've been singing a long time, it sounds like, and I know you sing gospel and pop and theater. So that's like amazing to do all of those. What do you prefer to sing? What are like some of your favorite things to sing?
I don't know what the genre, but I think like the melody is like slow. Yeah,
Like a ballad.
Like pop maybe, or serious
Okay.
song.
Yeah. Like what are some of your favorite songs to sing along with on the radio?
My favorite song is a rap song, so it's like totally different. So my vocal coach doesn't know that I like to rap.
Wait, so why didn't you put that on your sheet? I want to hear you rap. Do you really rap?
Because I think like it's not quite good. Like I just like it.
Wait. So do you know how to rap?
Maybe for Indonesian people, you guys know Psychoji. So since I'm in the elementary school, I like to hear his song. And so I can remember the lyric of the rap part. Yeah.
Or like Hamilton, like Hamilton has a lot of rap, right?
Sorry, pardon?
Hamilton, the musical Hamilton.
I don't listen to.
No? Okay. Well, let me ask you, what have you prepared to sing today?
Miss Deta asked me to search about the musical theater song. So I think it's my second time to try this song because I never learn about the musical theater. So
Look, for me, Natalia, you or anyone else, you guys can sing whatever in the workshop. It does not have to be musical theater. If you prefer to bring a pop song, if you prefer to bring an opera aria, if you want to bring a rap song, as long as there's singing in it, I'm very excited that, you know, you bring whatever you love to do. So why don't you sing something for us that you like to sing? It can be, definitely could be rap. It could be whatever you want.
I think it's okay to sing this song. I want to sing How Far I Will Go. So because last time I learned with my vocal coach about I Dream a Dream by Anna Hathaway. Yes.
Yeah.
It's my first time to try to sing the musical theater, and I find it's quite difficult. So I want to try again any different song, maybe like for
whatever
How
you
Far I
like.
Will Go.
I mean, totally. Oh, Alessia, Cara. I mean, yes, I love all of these things in the chat. Whatever you want to sing, Natalia. And also, let's also say, if you prefer not to sing, would you prefer to just do some warm-ups? Because we can also just do some warm-ups.
With you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better?
Better.
Okay. All right. No problem. So this is great because I have not warmed up because it's early in the morning here. So I'll show you how I warm up. Does that sound good? Yeah,
Yes.
you prefer this from doing a song?
Yes.
Okay. So basically when I start to warm up, I will start sort of like, I want to stretch a little bit. I do a lot of like having my shoulders like more or less stretched out. Sometimes I take this arm, I go back, yeah, and then the other one, I go back. How many of you can do this? This is a hard move, but it really stretches. So you connect your hands. Can you see that? And then try the other way. Oh, for me, the other way is hard. So yeah, it's just really, I want to like sort of feel stretched. And then I take my hands and I gently massage. I usually feel a lot of tension here, like in my jaw. So I'll open my jaw. Yeah. And just massage a little bit in the temples. And then I'll start to do something like this. Yeah, and I'll kind of feel everything warming up. Okay, then, yeah, all of a sudden I feel like my face went, wow, okay, now I'm awake. Then I will start to just do the same exercise I gave you yesterday. Something like the lip trill or the rolled R. Now, tell me, Natalia, can you do one or the other?
Sorry, my paper.
No, it's okay. Do you know how to do
It's difficult.
so can you do for me?
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. You got it. If it's easier, you could try the rolled R. Yeah, you can do both of them. So let's just try alternating. I'm not too worried about the voice. I'm just warming up the air and warming up sort of my body. So I'll do something like and see how I'm alternating. One time I do R, the next time I do the lips, and I go back and forth. Yeah. Will you try that with me?
Yes.
So let's try here. Whichever one you prefer, lip trill or rolled R, yeah? Can you hear this okay? Can folks hear me okay?
Yes.
So it's just
Yes.
1, 3, 5, 3, 1, yeah? And here. Are you with me still?
I cannot hear your keyboard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why we're having so much trouble with the sound. I'm going to have to explore this. But essentially, I would do this exercise for a while, going up and going down. Now, also, I could do something like.
Wait a minute. Difficult.
Right. Yeah, just try that for me. There you go. Now, if you really can't do like the lip trills, you can also do like you, just something on an ooh vowel. Can you try that for me?
Ooh.
Yes, that's beautiful. That is really good.
Thank you.
Now let's try to make it longer. Ooh. Try using your hand to do like a circle. Yeah? See if that helps. Ready? Ooh. Yeah. See how much longer you made it? One more time. Let's try it. All the way from the bottom to the top. Ooh. Ooh.
Can you please tell me once again?
So it's just an ooh vowel on the whole range. Ooh. Yeah. Let's try it together.
Ooh.
Ah, that's perfect. Do it one more time. That's exactly like that. Ooh. That's really good. So there's no structure to it. There's no like, you have to do this note and that note and that note. It's really just about letting your voice come out. Now, let's try to do something like that, but like almost like an ambulance, like a siren. Ooh. Can you do that? Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, did you hear how high up you went? That's great. So let's do that a couple of times. Yeah. Everybody, you guys can also do this at home. Just keep on mute, but this is a great exercise. Ready? Woo!
Ooh.
Yeah, it's beautiful when you go up there. Now let's try to do 3. Woo! Woo! Yeah, that's so good. Can we try 4? We'll go a little faster. Ready? Woo! 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 Yes. You're picking it up so quickly. That's so good. Really good. Now, what would happen if we go lower? Ooh, top, down, top, down, top. Yeah, so ooh. Can you try that? It's okay. Ooh. Yes, yes. So right away, I can tell you, you have a very beautiful head tone. You're comfortable in your head tone, which is really great. It's like really exciting to hear that. Yeah. So let's try, we're going to go here. Ooh. Can you try that for me? Ooh. here. Ooh. Good. Here. Ooh. Yeah, here. Ooh. Good. Now up here. Last one. Ooh. Good. Good. Very good. Very, very good. So these are just like basic, easy warm-ups. Very, very easy. Does anybody have a question about what I've done so far? Feel free to put it in the chat or in the Q&As. Yeah? Cool. Okay, now I would probably move to do something like the articulator exercises that we were doing before. I would do something like, let's try. Can we try with you? Me, 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 me. Just me, 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 me. Yeah, very, very gentle, very basic. Me, 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 me. Ready, and.
Me, 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 me.
Beautiful. Here. Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
Me, me, me. Now, when you're landing on the last one, let's try this way. Me, 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 me. So I want you to do 3 me, me, me's at the bottom. Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
Good, very good. Now keep going.
Me, 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 me.
Good, here.
Me, 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 me.
Excellent, that's beautiful. Here.
Me, 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 me.
So beautiful. Here.
Me, 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 me.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's on pitch. It's fantastic. Now, did you guys all notice how that final me, me, me kind of kept her in a certain place? So if you're having trouble sustaining a note, try re-articulating a consonant. It will help keep you in that spot. Yeah, that makes sense? Cool. Now let's try the same thing, but we're going to go up and down. Like that. Me, 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 me. Yeah. Me, 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 me. Great. And then here.
Me, 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 me.
Beautiful. Here.
Me, 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 me.
So great. Yep.
Me, 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 me.
These are easy for you. These are like a piece of cake for you. Great. Okay. So let's try something a little bit harder then. Can we do me, 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 me. Yeah. Ready, and. Me, 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 me. And here.
Me, 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 me.
Beautiful. Here. Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
Good. Here.
Me, 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 me.
Very, very, very good. You're doing great at this. Now, I'm seeing you shift around, and I think also it's difficult because your camera is down. I'm a little bit worried about your posture. Is there any way you can back up and go against the wall? Were you here when we did the exercise against the wall?
I cannot put the camera near the wall, I think.
Okay, it's okay. I want you to just sort of try to keep your head up, because I think your head is coming down a little bit because you're looking down at the camera, which is normal. So also, again, guys, we're just like figuring this out on Zoom. But when we do it in the future, like make sure wherever your camera is that you can have a good posture, because if you start going down, it's going to kind of scrunch your larynx a little bit. Yeah. So just make sure you keep like your shoulders broad and your head up. Now, you're doing beautiful on this. What would happen if we start to shift it from, we were doing me, 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 me. Can you do, well, before I jump to the other one, can you do B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B? So B, D, B, D, B, D. Can you try that? And. Beautiful, gorgeous. Let's go up. And. Perfect. And. This is great. Keep going. And. Oh, I love it. Keep going. Keep going. Yes, one more. Yeah, that's gorgeous tone, beautiful tone, perfectly in pitch. Did you feel like we had gotten to the top of your range?
Pardon?
Did you feel like you could keep going up, or were we at the top?
Still can keep going up.
I think
up
so.
yes,
I think so. Yeah. So I want
my strength is the high note, but the one of the weakness is the lower note.
Well, let's see where it goes. Now let's go back down. And now can you try doing it for me on do? I want to hear something like, and you can go faster. Do. So I'm doing all of them just on an oo vowel. And you can try this trick. Try taking your finger and spinning it around your mouth. So do. Does that make sense? Can you guys hear okay? It's okay?
Is it with you?
Ooh, yeah, you.
Okay.
Ready? And. Beautiful. Here. Ooh. And here. So great. Keep going. And here. Do two more. So good. One more. Yes. Good. Round of applause. That's so good. So good. So ooh vowel is really good for going into the head voice and for doing falsetto. I'm seeing a question in the chat. What's the difference between head voice and falsetto? Head voice essentially is falsetto for men. So women, we don't really have the same as falsetto, but women, we have generally two registers, the chest voice and the head voice. If I were to demonstrate it, chest voice is going to be like, it's going to resonate in your chest and it's lower sounds. Yeah. That's really raw chest sound. And a head tone is going to be kind of up in the range we just were in. Wherever we are. Now for opera singing, we strengthen our head voice so that it sounds more like our chest voice. But for pop singing, you sort of keep it without vibrato. You keep it very light. So that it's got that light shimmery quality. For men sing in a sort of chest voice or in the sort of lower range, but they're doing falsetto in their head voice or their upper range, right? So like Michael Jackson, when he was doing all the ooh, that's all head voice for him. That's falsetto, right? And then just closing your eyes actually help you sing better. Closing your eyes will help you have an inner awareness of what you're doing. Now, I think it can be a very good technique to close your eyes to feel the sensations, because then you're really internalizing how does it feel. And again, we don't see our instrument, right? We never actually see it physically. So it's really useful to have that internalization. That said, you don't want to close your eyes the whole time because your eyes are a huge form of expression. And if you're not giving the audience your eyes, it can also close you off. So I hope that answers those questions. Natalia, I think you have done amazing, and I think you have many more high notes to go. I want to work just on one last exercise, which we also did, I think, with Maria at the beginning. So in terms of that head voice and chest voice, a good way to work on it in the lower range is to do this ooh, ah, ooh. Ooh is going to automatically be more in your head voice. Ah is going to be more in your chest voice. So it's going to sound like a yodel. I'll demonstrate. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. It's hard to yodel back and forth, but you should feel the difference between the registers there. Can you try that for me at in the low part?
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go
Right?
slowly down. Ooh, if I go slowly, my voice has to turn at a certain moment. Yeah, just let it turn naturally. Ooh. Good, let's keep going down. One more.
I think
There you go.
used
There
my
you go.
chest voice.
I'm sorry?
I think I used my chest voice.
That was it. That was exactly it right there on a low G. So try that for me again. Ooh, yeah. That's exactly right. So this is a good way for you to practice going down into your chest voice. You can also try it this way. Yeah. Or yeah, I'm starting really at a chest voice. If I went higher, yeah. I have to turn at a certain moment. So that's another good way to practice it, is that scale going down. I have another question here. How to make it smooth when switching between the head voice and the chest voice? That's a great question. There's no quick answer, but it's really about doing these exercises that go back and forth. I would start with yodeling so that you can identify what is your head voice and what is your chest voice. Ooh, 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 that's a very distinctive difference. Then I would do something like, yeah. So I hear where it is I have to turn. And thirdly, I would aim to smooth it out. Yeah. So that I can do something like going into more volume and releasing. You want to be able to have that control to go back and forth. Yeah. Another question here. Can you stretch your range? Yes, to a limit. It's not really about stretching your range. It's about strengthening the extremes of your range. So you will have a range. And like I said, for women, it will be about 2 octaves, maybe 2.5 octaves. What you're trying to do with vocal exercises is to strengthen the extremes of the range, which will give you the confidence to add those notes. Having a full stomach. I think it's always good to eat something, but maybe something small. A full stomach and eating might make you burp. I don't know if it's head mix or yes, chest mix or head voice, and when to use it. We will cover that. That's a complex question. Another just exercise, because I know we're at time, but because this person introduced the idea of mixed voice, you could try this exercise. Right. So this is an exercise where I'm going to go 8, 1, 4. And I'm going to do it on the sentence, I love you. So the I will be head voice, love will be chest voice, you will be mixed voice. I love you. I love you. I'm doing that very slowly. I hope you can hear it. But the idea is that you start at the highest note in the head voice, you drop to the chest voice for the lowest note, and then the middle note is in the mix. Yeah, well, we will work on this, guys. It's slow, but that's why we have so many sessions coming up. I think the main takeaways for today are, I want you all to practice those lip trills so that you're going up and down. Start to practice some of these yodeling exercises for head voice and chest voice. I want you to also work on articulators. We talked a lot about articulators. Making it smooth between head and chest voice. You can start to practice this exercise of the ya, ya, ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. So stepping down in a way where you're able to go through a mix. Yeah. That's a lot to cover in one day. It's really a lot, but I really want to give a big round of applause to all of our incredible singers today. You were each amazing. So good. So good. And I know I've left you with a lot of homework. Practice the exercises and I will see you back next week. I don't know if someone from the JPAC wants to say anything, but I'm just so thankful and excited for the rest of our work.
Yeah, before we close today's session, it's good to have like a photo session before we leave. So, okay, so hold on, let me have it captured. Okay, and one, all right, hold on. And 1, 2, and 3. All right, that's good. Thank you so much, Carla, for today's session. And thank you so much, everyone, for attending today's class. We will have another session next week. So see you all guys next week. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice
Thank you
rest.
so much. I'm so inspired. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great job, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.